Yo guys, what's good? Assy once again with another Kingdom of Heroes video. I'm apologizing if you guys can hear the air conditioning. It is just incredibly hot here in Japan, like upwards in the 30s right now when I'm recording, and yeah, it's incredibly hot, so sorry about that. Another thing that I'm kind of sorry about is I did already a recording for this one without noticing that my mic was muted the entire time. So yeah, and it was a big one. Anyway, we did summons there, and I don't want to spoil anything. So we thread this a little bit carefully here. I will include the summoning clip and I will voice over and try to give you the excitement. If it looks fake, it is because it is fake. My emotions there, I cannot repeat them exactly as they were in the recording, but I don't want to take that away from you. Alright, so account update. What have we done? What have we learned? And how do we want to progress in the future? So those are the three things. As you guys can see, I'm level 20. Levels don't come by easily if you don't like super hardcore farm. I've done my fair share, but I'm still not there yet. Then gold progression has been quite good. I have spent around 300,000 like in the last 20 minutes. So we were up. I bought a rune from the silver coin shop, pretty good one. And crystals, this is all free to play crystals, and we actually bought 2 packs. So from the previous summoning session, you know that, don't do this to me, you know we got thank you. So we got Esperanza twice, and we have used one to level up and skill up and all that stuff, but we haven't done anything with the other one. So Esperanza, and also I forgot her name, the ninja lady that we pulled. We have used 200 skilled 200 gems to awaken them, because awakening materials incredibly hard, but for 5 stars definitely worth it. So early game super hard to come by. I spent the gems, so that's 400, and plus the 300 summon that we did in the beginning, it's 700. So we're close to 1750-ish crystals. Pretty nice for our, what, 3 days or something? So that was pretty good. Overall, also world progression has been splendidly. Like, we had a super easy time. I hope it doesn't show the heroes. I'm afraid it will do, so I won't do that. Anyway, we have gone with our 4 team with Freyr, Ninja Lady, Esperanza, and new game names are hard. 4-star healer, pretty good one. She does the defense buff and stuff. I will show you everything afterwards when I don't have to worry about the heroes. So we have progressed through all of the different areas besides Tartarus on 2-star yet, but we will get that done soon. And then we will 3-star as much as we can to unlock the Altar Realm, which I have no idea what it does, because I'm going completely blind in with this game. Awakening dungeons, we have done a lot. All of them are at least on 6. Some of them we cleared already level 7. It's all the same team, so we have not try to spread our resources a lot. We have focused them into my core team and thus progress really quickly. In the rifts, there's currently this event going on. I haven't cleared 5 yet, but I think I will be able to do that tomorrow. But all the other ones have been fairly easy. Rune dungeons, we have focused on Fafnir because I want to get Vampire and Havoc runes and Swift runes. These are the best in my opinion, especially for early game and Swift for late game as well. So we've done a lot there, and I think soon we can push into 7, maybe 8, and yeah, that will be great. Sealed Armory, we haven't done a single battle. We will get to that a little bit later because we need these Prophet runes soon. So we want to get them, and probably also the Earthquake runes for the tower. Okay, so that has been gone pretty well. The tower, we're currently at 20. Yeah, 20. We have completed that. We can push for further, but since there's no leaderboard on normal difficulty, there's no reason for me to go incredibly hard. I will do that over the weekend and will push as hard as I can and go up, because we're not limited in how often we can go into that. Arena, we have finished on silver 1, and currently we're sitting at gold 3. See here, gold 3 ranking. We're still in the lower ranks because we just got into it. Actually, we're close to gold 2, so we should push into that pretty quickly, and yeah, that gives us a good chunk of points. This is my team, so this is the team I've done everything with. So we also purchased already the skill fairies. This is the most important part. You should always do that. Okay, tower upgrades. Not a single point got into that because it only affects allies on defense. So you don't need to do that to gain more speed or something. It's pretty good in my opinion that you don't need to focus on that too much, but you can buy the other thing. All right, so this is probably it about count progression. So now let me get into what I've learned so far. These achievements, incredibly valuable. Try to complete them as you go on, not too much focusing onto them. What you should focus on is obviously your main quest, where I'm currently at 7. You get a lot of different rewards, very helpful. You get 2 Freyers, I believe, and if you're like me and get the 1 Freya for free, then you have already 2 skill ups. Fairly nice. So main quest, you want to do as much as possible, and then also try to get the different skills here. They, like, you don't have to rush them, especially these awakening valet things. If you don't have the right heroes that do that, don't sweat it. You get it over time and it's fine. You can progress without it. The dungeon ones, I would advise to try to get to them if you have them. I don't have anybody who does these things yet, build up, but I will, and then I can collect this and all of that stuff fairly quickly. These hero promotion tips, once you get to District 7, that's when you should just do them, because they are pretty good. And You should clear that on Conqueror to get the legendary pretty nice. Alright, another thing, join a guild very early on. So currently I just joined a random guild. I will make my own at some point and contribute it. Sure, this one. I just like to be high up in the leaderboard. So these guild raids are super useful. Do them every day. You get a lot of different rewards. Join a guild early and get to it. The guild store doesn't offer too many interesting things in the beginning because everything here is like pieces, fairly expensive, but you can see we can buy them. And there we go. Skill fairy pieces, super nice. And Lakshmi is probably the next one that I want to get. This will take a lot because you can only get 30 per 7 days, so it will take 3 weeks to get that. Other than that, later on the legendary pieces I think are pretty good. These, if you are the leader, try to invest into them when you can to make your guild stronger. Okay, so other things that I have personally learned is you should try to focus most of your resources into a specific team, build that up, and try to clear as much as possible. Don't go into a niche hero that helps you for 1 or 2 dungeons and then you won't use it. It's wasted resources in the beginning that you don't have. So now we go into heroes, so you might see a weird cut. So as you can see, I focused a lot on my Mikoto and my Esperanza. We have skilled a little bit here and nothing here. We have awakened them both because they're very good. If you cannot make a set, put the best runes that you have available on your team. Sets are great, but if you have completed one set, that's good enough. If you can't complete the second set, don't sweat it. Don't put like the worst runes on it just to complete your set. There are some exceptions, and I will show you with my Esperanza, where you can see I have put a 3-star Havoc rune on her. That is because I'm running a crit damage rune. If I didn't, then I wouldn't have done that. And it's to keep my crit rate up. The 12% is just... Is it 12? Is it 15? 12. The 12% is just more that I could get from any rune that I have. And it's a total of 15%. If I would take that out for a non-set, it would not be good for me. So my Penelope, she is my #1 healer. She does everything that I need, and I pushed up her speed. I haven't awakened her yet because I don't need her leader ability, so it doesn't matter for me. I haven't put things into her, but as you can see, she is rocking Swift rune sets with a life set, and I tried to get everything where I could find some speed on to give to her, and yeah, so that has been my progression with her. Freya, she's still a little bit underpowered because I don't have a lot of leftover runes. Here, this was the best and I still need to upgrade them. They will all go up to level 9. All these vampire runes and this havoc rune, they will go up to 9. And this will probably also go up to 9 because rolled pretty nicely. I just didn't have the silver when I did that, so she will get better. So this girl here, I haven't finished it up because I'm still missing prophet runes because I didn't farm it yet, so I don't have that. She's somebody who I want to invest in because she has an AoE defense and it will always hit on elemental advantage regardless what the element is. So water element, it will still hit and has a good chance to apply the debuff. Next, glancing hit is increased if they don't kill. This is pretty good. And damage increases if they have more than active debuffs, and also recovers HP. I think she is a great dungeon 3-star. If you have her, you should invest to her. Bring her to 5-star. If you don't like her, to 4-star. If you don't like her, you can use her to combine this girl. So just bring her to 4-star, level her up, and use her as much as you need it. If you don't like her, you can still use her as fusion material. All right, so this has been my heroes, and what else can I tell you? So yeah, what I've learned, one of the hardest things in the early game is getting your units awakened, especially for 4 to 5-star heroes like Esperanza, where they actually gain like a very important thing, like increased attack if she doesn't kill, so she will basically always have an attack buff somehow up. Then Mikoto will get your secret move, pretty strong attack, so you want to get that in. And because of that, it's really important to manage your resources wisely. And summons are not necessarily the highest priority you need to get into early. You should focus on enhancing your main units and then progress, because that will enable you to get more resources quicker. So, other than that, you want to do the rune dungeons from level 6-ish onwards. Don't try to do like level 4s or level 3s, 2s. Like, they are not really worth it too much. 6 is where you want to be early, and then soon 7. The reason for that is that it's more important to clear out some of these areas because they will give you the rune packs. And these runes are usually pretty good. They're like an assortment of usually like percentage sets. You can have bad luck, but I haven't had it so far. And these runes will cover you for the most part. If you only have 4 units, these will work for you, so you don't need to farm the lower end rune dungeons. Don't waste your energy. Bring your units up. Try to clear as much as possible here to get these rewards. Next up, arena. You don't need to push into like the higher ranks. This is not important. What is important is that you always do your battles as much as you can when they're up. I actually collected 2 of the things, so I was down before the recording. I had 3 and now I have 7 just because of time. But yeah, you will definitely profit from that, and your main profit is to buy these things as soon as possible every month, and these ones every week. Once you get them, save a little bit up in order to purchase them right away and then spend them into either the promos or the summon scrolls. XP fairies I don't think is much needed, but the promos are pretty okay. Another thing is, because the game gives you pretty good rune sets very early on, like 3-star, 4-star, and 5-star runes, don't buy runes from this shop if they are just plain white runes. So you can see I've purchased this one. I cannot show you because I already did, but this one is pretty good. Don't purchase these ones if they're just white, unless they have pretty good substat and are 5-star. I wouldn't buy this. Same, this one, not necessarily important. You get better things early on. But yeah, if there is a good 5-star rune, buy that. Otherwise, don't buy too much. These ones I would buy early on for the event. Let me show you. We currently have tons of events going on. So what I have been focusing on is grinding dungeons. I have actually progressed too far, so I need to drop a little bit lower to get these in order to get the free rewards. Do that and try to get up into the tower at least in the next 56 days to get these rewards. Events pretty good. When you are summoning, you get a bunch of those scrolls for free. Like, I popped 10 before, I still have 3 left. You will get a couple of legendaries, so they are good. And summon these ones in order to create 1-stars and make them into 2-stars. You get almost no 2-stars in this game. Like, it's ridiculous. You get more 3-stars from all the achievements, and when you summon, everything is a 1-star. So my recommendation is summon the 1-stars, use your lowest fairies to bring them up to max level, promote them to 2-stars, and then use them to enhance all these little guys that you get. You get a ton of them, but you're currently bottlenecked by the amount of 2-stars that you get. Get them up and progress your heroes. Work towards a farmer. Farmers are really important in these kind of games. It should be a hero that has great clearing potential, somebody with an AoE, somebody with a built-in vampire kind of ability. They should work really well with a vampire set and should be self-sufficient. They should not rely on support to get there. Get them to 6-star, like these should be your first ones. Probably for most of you from the selective summon, you will take that hero to a 6-star at first. Alright, this is already it for like the small update session. There's no like super guide, just some little things that I recommend you to do over the first little time. What is in store for the future? I really enjoy this game. It is great fun, and I think I will make some guides, so I still need to push a little bit further in order to create all the 3-stars and 4-stars that I want to use. I have already a couple in mind that I think will work really nicely for anybody's account, so that free-to-play players, low-budget people can clear these dungeons with ease. But yeah, it still takes a little bit of time for me to progress myself and to be able to equip those units with what I need them to have. Okay, with all that said, let's get into the summons, and as mentioned before, it will be a voiceover, so it might be a little bit weird. So let's go. All right, so we're back, and now I'm going over some of the combines, because this is something that I wanted to mention. While you're going through, try to prepare for some of the combines. Here I just go over the individual heroes. This one is pretty good, but shouldn't necessarily be your main focus unless you don't have anybody who reduces attack gauge and like has these sorts of debuffs. She is pretty good, but it shouldn't be your priority. So let's skip to the next ones. This one is, I think, the best one that you should go for. Amazing support character, heals over and over, like you can reduce her own cooldowns and she recovers. Crits give you continuous recovery. If you hit, you get continuous recovery, and then if you kill the target, another recovery. So she can be like an insane healer for you. It's kind of out of this world. So and yeah, if she kills an enemy, she gets more of the life absorb, and it's just on 2-turn cooldown, so it's really cool for you. Okay, so next up, this girl, she's really good. She heals herself as well, and there remove buffs. So remove buffs are pretty good. If you don't have somebody that is removing buffs, she could be really great, but I think this one might actually be more important for you. So if you target yourself, so if she targets herself, then she removes a debuff from her and an ally, and she shares health, which is pretty cool. So you can go in with squishier heroes. I like this one. So in order of priority, I would say the fire one first, then the water one, and lastly the earth, nature. I don't know what the element is called. Okay, so here go over a couple of things with those heroes. So this is a PvP hero, pretty cool. This one is really nice because she silences and removes buffs on an AoE. Pretty amazing, and deals more damage when you have greater speed. She's also very fast, so that is pretty nutty. Action gauge with crit, so you want high speed, high crit, and then yeah, nuke the hell out of your enemies. Here, additionally, she reduces death with the highest HP for 1 turn. This is every time she gets turned. She also removes the debuffs, which is insane in Fafnir. This guy is, I would say, a mixed bag between PvE and PvP. This max HP is definitely great for dungeons. His passive or leader skill passive, I don't know, is also pretty good. There's a lot of the Ocean's cooldown reduction, like you hit, you use the cooldown, and with the opportunity, like he is basically a fast cycling monster, and look at that, he can steal 2 buffs, which is pretty sick. Yeah, so if he kills, he gets also attack and crit, so that is all pretty nice for, I would say, PvE mostly. This one is the one that I wanted the most. Spoiler alert, I didn't get her. Just because she's a light hero, she has an AoE attack gauge reduce. Pretty awesome. I tried to voice over. Oh yeah, this would be the nicest one. I really hope we get it. Let's get into the summons. Right, confirm. And yeah, this one seems to be a pretty nice 3-star. It's, yeah, glancing hit rate. It gives you everything that you need for all the different areas of dungeons. Pretty good. Okay, so, oh, nice, 4-star. This is not what is supposed to happen. How lucky can somebody get? It's insane. Like, first summon, I already got a 5-star, so what? And it's the one that I wanted the most. You guys will hate me. I'm really sorry. This is all for the benefit for you. So yeah, whatever. This girl, yeah, cool. So it is all for the benefit of you. I will gain like more strength in order to push my account further, so I can help you push your account further. This was definitely not supposed to happen on these spirit summons. So yeah, let's just pop 10, and I honestly hope I don't get another 5-star. That kind of would kill my video vibe. Okay, 3-star Lancelot. And okay, another Lancelot. Can we make this a hat trick? Phantom. Weird thing, 3-star with only 2 abilities. Maybe he gets something when he gets awakened. Who knows? Alright, so I go a little bit too much over that guy. And no. Okay, it's a 4-star. So 4 stars are pretty good because... Oh, and another one that I really like. I was looking at this guy when I went through some of the combined things. You can combine him to make him stronger. He is a debuff machine. Continuous damage over times. Glancing hit rate. It's like there are stuns on the target with the pushback. This guy is insane, and he reduces speed. Look at the last point. The skill's damage increases when the enemy's hits has more active debuffs. But the first hit without debuffs is weak, but everything after this will just ramp up. I think he is amazing for dungeons. And the fact that he is a fusible, combinable monster hero is pretty nutty. This thing also seems to be fairly interesting, the cat boy, and she is actually pretty good. She has double buff removal, so that is pretty good in my opinion. Buff removal, always important. And yeah, she can cycle pretty much through that. So all in all, yeah, what I said, you can combine him with this this girl here, and he doesn't like require too much investment. So if you get him, pretty good. So this was already it, and yeah, these awakening packs, I don't know if I will buy it for this particular hero because I already have two and I don't necessarily need it. I can start farming. Alright, we pull another guy. Yeah, here I'm saying that I just won't pull crystals because there's no point for me. I don't have enough runes to give to the special units. So we get a 4-star. And what was it? I don't remember. What was it? Oh, this guy. This guy is pretty cool. So he on his on these two abilities, he buffs either defense or attack, and that combines with this one where it either gives continuous damage to the enemies or continuous recoveries on your allies, and it's 2 stacks. So this is pretty cool. Yeah, all in all, I think a great hero. Okay, so now you have seen what we have pulled, and yeah, very successful. As you can see, because I did a re-recording, I already put some things into her, and here is the runes that I have equipped her with. Obviously, speed here. I tried to get more speed here. I didn't have attack runes or vampire runes with more speed, so that's where I need to focus. That's why these are not leveled up more than 9, because they, first of all, are mostly 4 stars. These two are 5 stars, but they don't have speed, so at least for this hero they won't come into place. The substats make no sense for what these are used for, so don't level those two up. However, this one, speed, pretty good. It gives max HP and defense and accuracy. Accuracy is needed, so I wish it would get higher in here. And here, obviously, speed. Unfortunately, we didn't hit crit rate, but all in all, this is a pretty perfect rune. And yeah, we try to get as much as we could on here. Stat wise, she is lackluster. She doesn't have enough crit. You want to get this crit way higher, but I don't have the runes yet. However, I think for the debuffs, it helps definitely for us to work into it. I want to get this definitely up. The 7 would be nice, but it's a lot of investment. Here, cooldown pretty early, but the cool things like the action gauge are pretty high up. And this one, the effect duration would be pretty nice. Having too many 5 stars can hurt you eventually. Like in an optimal case, you get all the 5 stars, but if you cannot skill them up, they will not perform in the best possible way. So a unit like this, or like Lucifer, where you can push them up, are much more valuable. Especially if you can see, like, he also requires a lot of these, but it's all increased effect rate, increased effect rate, increased effect rate, all very valuable. Reduce cooldown to 3 and then increase effect rate. Like this, you only need to get to 5, because who cares about the damage. Then here, cooldown, so 4 turns, and this, so you need 4 in here. I would say 5 in here and 6 in here maybe. So you can do that pretty quickly. I will try to make a list of characters even without making a guide that I think can be very useful for you. So this will probably come out either maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after, depending on my schedule. And this should at least give you some idea what I'm trying to push. And maybe on the weekend I can start with the first guides how to progress into the dungeons. As always, it was a pleasure to have you here. And if you like what I'm doing, consider subscribing. It helps me out a lot. And yeah, let me know in the comments if you like this kind of content where it's maybe a little bit more talkative, less like condensed. I try to be on point, but if I'm not scripting, like, I'm wandering a little bit. With all that said, I hope to see you in the next one, and until then, enjoy the grind.